Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of modeling in Maya here at the Devpro YouTube channel. My name is C from Collisions, aka Chris, and I will be showing you guys how to model a lamp and table as our practice scene for modeling in Maya. This is actually my third attempt at recording the video because I've had some issues and crashes with my computer. But anyways, let's get into it. If you guys haven't watched part 1 or how to download Maya, I will link those two videos in the description. Please check them out before watching this video. So anyways, into our content. So before we get started, your guys' Maya workspace is going to look like this. We want to add one more thing in. It's called the outliner. It allows us to see objects it allows us to see what's in our scene and to group stuff and to hide and show and all that fancy good stuff. So we're going to click this button right here on the left hand side. It'll open this menu outliner. That's pretty good. Next, I want to go over a few more things about the viewport. So in Maya we have when you open the program, it's going to be this perspective viewport. So this is really great. But what happens if you want to see just a specific side of a model? So first off, I'm going to import a model so that we can check that out so you guys can see better what I'm talking about. So, alright, let's just take in this UMP I did a while back. Not the best model on earth, but it is good enough for our purposes. So anyways, let's say I just wanted to see the side view. So to do that in Maya, you can either use these buttons here. This is perspective, this is quad views, and this is side by side. Or let's go back into perspective for now, so click this button. Or you can click the space bar, and this will bring you into the quad view. This is what I want you guys to do. If you want to isolate one of these 4 views, hover your mouse over the one you want to see. So for this one, we want to be on the front view. And then press the spacebar again. That'll bring you into this view. This allows you to edit specifically on a given axis. So in this case, the YX. If you guys don't have these little indicators, go up to display, heads up display, and view axis. If you guys are missing the vert, edges, faces, trace, and UV counts, you can also go up to heads up display and then poly count. Anyways, here, let's get into the content. I'm going to delete this entire object since we won't be needing it. Okay. So now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be modeling the lamp. This is the table and lamp in question we're modeling. This is my separate reference program that I normally use, but I won't be using these videos because most of you guys won't be using them, so we'll put our reference images in the viewport. But anyways, let's get into that. I will put the links to the video to the images in the description of the video. So one last thing before we get modeling, we need to set up a project. What a project allows you to do is it neatly organizes your files in your scene, and it helps just keep everything uniform. So we're going to go to set project, find a folder you want to keep it in. I keep mine in my external hard drive and under development and then projects, and then right click, new folder, name it tutorial lamp and table, and then click on that folder and click set file. Next we're going to go back to file. We are going to go to to project window, and then don't edit anything in here. You're going to click accept, and that's going to populate the project files with all the files or with all the folders you need to make it work. I'm not going to do that because I've already done it, so I'm going to press cancel. Alright, now I want you to grab your I want you to either get ready to download the reference images or find where you downloaded them, cut them from wherever you downloaded them already, go to your project file and go to source images and paste them into this folder. This will help us a little bit down the line. Anyways, let's get on to creating our reference. So go to create, go to free image plane, attribute editor, image name, and then let's go with the full on view of the lamp. So we're going to open that. All right, and now we are going to go into the scale tool. The hotkey for that is R, as you can see right here. You can also see that the hotkey for the rotate tool is E, and the hotkey for the move tool is W. They're all in a line on your keyboard. Anyways, we are going to scale up this image quite a bit. This is going to be important when we're working in just a second. All right, next what I want to do is go into our front view and center this image as much as we can. So that looks good enough. All right, to model the body, we're going to be using what's called curves, and we're going to convert those into polygons in a bit. So what we're going to be doing is go back into our front view, make sure our camera's in our front view. We're going to go up to create, curve tools, CV curve tool. What curves are they are a different kind of modeling. NURBS and Maya are the equivalent of just normal curves in Blender. So let's go into tool settings and make sure that you have the curve degree to cubic, so 3. A curve is just going to be a flat line that we will later rotate to make the shape of this. So anyways, we are going to go, so zoom in on the start of the body. We're going to go right to the origin. You can tell where the origin is by these thicker lines. Hold X, this is going to allow us to snap straight to these grid points and put down our first few dots. Cubic means that that you have to put 3 dots down before a line will appear. So putting a bunch of dots on the top flat part means that this will keep a nice flat surface when we start doing the curve. So once we get towards the edge, that's when we are going to want to start curving down to match the profile of our lamp. If you make any mistakes, don't worry. You can't change that while we're laying down the control points. We will fix that in just a bit. So let's follow the surface of our lamp. The closer the control points are to each other, the tighter the line is. It's averaging the distance between all the control points you lay down. Also, later when we convert this to polygons, the closer the dots are, the more definition there will be with the polygons. There'll be more polygons in that area. So if you don't want a lot of polygons in a certain area, do not put a lot of dots down. Keep following. If it looks a bit off, don't worry. Like I said, we will fix that in just a bit. I'm cutting a bit deep into this, but that will be fixed later on. All right. When we get down to this bottom, I want to, again, let's see, I'm going to undo what I just did. We're again going to snap, and then we are going to create just a neat straight down. All right, that creates a nice straight finish to our body. So once you finish that, just click either W or this button here to go into Move Tool, and that will finish our curve. Now, to fix any issues or any control points that you want to change, hover over the line and then hold right click, and we're going to click Control Vertexes. Under this, now you can start moving your points around to change the general shape of our curve. So let's start fixing any issues. So one of the things you guys might want to note about us being in cubic, this line being in cubic, is that it'll use the 2 dots next to the one you're editing to estimate where the line should go. So once we finish this up, we will revolve the curve to get a solid object. So make any finishing touches you want. When we get down here towards the bottom, what we're going to want to do is take these points and we're going to raise them up a bit to make us an even tighter curve, bring this one in a bit. I can delete this last one because we won't be needing that curve. Take this one down a bit. All right. So let's go back into object mode. This will take us out of component mode. So hold right click, object mode. This will bring the line up green. If the line is dark blue, you don't have it selected. So make sure you got the line selected. Now what we are going to do is we are going to go to surfaces, and then we are going to revolve. Let's go back into perspective. So here, let's move this image away from the origin. This will allow us to see the model in full. So now you have most likely a black object. If it's black, that means it's backwards. So you can either click the object or you can click the curve, go to curves, and go to reverse direction. If your object looks like this, don't do that because it is already correct. So now what I want you to do is drag select over this entire thing, go up to these blue icons, go to the one that says delete by type history, and we're going to delete the history. If you guys want me to explain to you what history is, contact me on Discord. It's a bit of a more complicated explanation. So anyways, guys, I decided to divide this video into 2 parts because it got a tiny bit long. So look on the channel for part 2 of lesson 1. There will also be a 3rd part after because modeling the lamp took a tiny bit of time. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next part.